That's his favorite radio station. First black on talk radio, left side of the nation. Me and Dominique DePrima go way back. Tad Smiley making sure the station stays black. Discussing all the issues in our community. We're hosted black and brown and others find unity. So let's talk about it. Maybe we can improve it. Digital underground, always down with the movement. So we tune in. The first things first with the queen of black talk radio, Dominique DePrima. Go sis.
KBLA Talk 1580. Good morning, and God bless. I'm Dominique DePrima. The show is called First Things First, and my first thing every single day is prayer, giving thanks, giving praises, and asking for blessings from God, asking for the blessings of the ancestors and the elders. And let's go, man. It's only Tuesday. It's a Talking Point Tuesday, as you know, and it's already been just a crazy week, a really, really crazy week. So many things going on, which we'll talk about. But first, I just want to, start by saying, and I know you already know what I'm going to say, that the denial of the appeal by Dr. Mark Ridley Thomas, it hurts my heart. I think it's a miscarriage of justice. I don't understand it in terms of karma. How could a person who has done so much to help so many people, and I mean so many people here in Los Angeles and beyond, how could this be the way that things go for him, that things end up for him? We have some special guests coming up this hour, and so we'll start off with some levity today, but I really want to open the space for you if you want to talk about this. As really, if you're in LA, you know how impactful this is. This man was the leader of the SCLC of Southern California for many years. He was a city council member of the 8th District. He was an LA County supervisor, a state senator, and the council member for the 10th District many years later, and just an influential, progressive, brilliant mind. And so I'm going to have these phone lines open, and I'm going to have Amnesty. As I said, we do have some special guests this morning, and so I'm looking forward to that conversation. We're going to be talking with... well, I'll surprise you, because I've gotten burned a couple times. You know what I'm talking about. The last month or so, I'm going back to my old policy, but I've got a special surprise for you. We need something to smile about this morning, but also I want to remind you that this is the spot. KBLA is where we can meet up and talk and share and strategize, and I will have more details for you. What I know Tavis was talking about this yesterday, but what are the options for Dr. Ridley Thomas, and what it means for you, the city, if you agree, disagree, or have another perspective. You're always welcome here. 800-920-1580. I'm Dominique DePrima. And of course, this is a Talking Point Tuesday, so we will continue to debunk the BS, which is coming out fast and furious from this White House. And in hour 3, We will do a deep dive like we typically do. So the time to call me, the time to, unpack, I don't know what you'd call it. The time to debrief, to fellowship is now. And we'll be talking with Angela Dodson in our third hour. She's got a new book, How Rebellion and Activism Have Always Sustained America. A lot to talk about. KBLA Talk 1580.
She's reclaiming her time on KBLA Talk 1580. More First Things First with Dominic DePrima when we come forward.
The KBLA 1580 app puts the realest conversations right in your pocket. Stream live wherever you are in the world. No static. No searching the dial. A crystal clear connection 24/7, exactly when you want it. We recommend that you keep automatic updates enabled. Set it and forget it. So the app stays up to date with store requirements, bug fixes, and new features as we roll them out. Download the KBLA 1580 app today and stay plugged into the conversation everyone's having.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
What's good, KBLA delegation? I am Miles Lowe, and I'm excited to be joining the weekend lineup right here on KBLA Talk 1580. Join me every Saturday at 12 noon for the Do Better Show, where we get into the world of tech, AI, the creator economy, navigating your mental health through it all, and have conversations with founders to find out how real people are making real money right now. It's not a course, not a subscription. Classes in session every weekend, live on the air. So if you knew better, you do better, right? So let's make a better you. The Do Better Show, every Saturday, 12 noon, and replaying again at 7 p.m. right here on Unapologetically Progressive KBLA Talk 1580. We got a lot to talk.
Your ancestors' favorite radio station, and your favorite morning show host. Let's get back to Dominic DePrima right now.
Right now, you're not just back to me. You are back to one of the funniest women in the game. Back to a living legend. I always say that because when people call me a legend, I want them to put living on there. She's a comic and an actor and also a podcaster. You've seen her on My Brother and Me, the Boondocks, the Parkers, and many, many more, as well as in films. Kym Whitley joins us this morning. Welcome.
What's up, Dominique?
What's up? Great to hear your voice. I know it's early for somebody that works nights, so thank you for waking up with us.
Yes, but you've been doing this morning thing for a long time. I believe if you worked at night, you'd lose your mind.
Maybe so. Kym, you are just so prolific. You always got a million things going on, and right now is no exception. You're teaming up with Buddy Lewis. Folks know from
right.
Def Comedy Jam and Martin and such. You guys have a new thing you're doing that everyone's invited to.
That's right. We probably 20 years ago, we started a club out in the valley called the Ha Ha. It's called the Ha Ha Cafe, but now it's called the Ha Ha Comedy Club because it did so well. It actually turned into a real, legit comedy club. It's right there in North Hollywood on Lankershim. We have really launched a lot of people's careers. I'd like to take credit for that.
Yes.
Yeah, we really started and launched our own careers, me and Buddy Lewis. So we used to do a show called Whacked Out Wednesdays, And it was every Wednesday night. Every celebrity showed up. All the comics showed up. And you don't know you're building something because you're in it. And you go back, they have all the pictures on the walls from that night. Everybody used to come through. Eddie Murphy, all the Lakers, everyone. So, you know, we're now starting Wednesdays, first Wednesday of every month. We didn't want to start and go back to every Wednesday. We wanted to just, you know, see how everybody's feeling about comedy, getting back in it. So every Wednesday, first Wednesday of every month, and it's at the in North Hollywood.
So you guys are reviving
Wednesday,
that energy of Whacked Out Wednesdays. That's amazing. But
Yes.
I mean, here's the thing. Sometimes you think, wow, everyone always says, oh, I'm sure they've been telling you for years, bring back Whacked Out Wednesdays. When are you going to bring back Whacked Out Wednesdays?
Yes.
Sometimes it feels like capturing lightning in a bottle. Can I do it again? But other times, the moment demands it. So what was it that made you guys finally give in?
Just what you're saying, that right there. People, when are you going to bring it back? And then the need. After we lost the Comedy Union over in Pico, there really is no place for black comics to go. The Comedy Union was a staple for years on Pico where, you know, comics would go and perform. And once that closed, we, you know, found out.
And then we
that
lost the
comics
J spot, you know.
Then we lost the J spot.
Then we lost the J spot, yeah.
There it is. Yep, we lost the J spot. And so comics, you know, felt lost. We all felt lost. So bringing back a place where we like to call it a professional workout. Like we don't really have New Jacks. It's not an open mic. But what it is where, road comics and comics that, you know, are on television can come and try new material. So it's a workout room for the professionals.
That's dope. So, Kym, here's the thing. I've heard this from so many top-level comics that once you do as you've done and you kind of cross over, you got in all these movies and you know, your Happy Gilmores, your Next Fridays, and TV shows, you don't do stand-up anymore because it's such a grind, and it's almost, I feel like it's almost like being an NBA player where you have to be working out.
Yeah, that is it. It is such a grind, and it is difficult to keep your foot in each world.
Right.
But there are comics that do it. I know Kevin Hart definitely keeps it. Tiffany Haddish. You have to have a love for stand-up because what happens is you're at the set at 5 a.m. You work all day, and then you have to go on the road on Friday, and don't let you have a family.
Right.
It is a grind. It really is. I was talking to Damon Wayans, doing a new show. I got a new show coming out on Paramount Plus on September 1st called The Varnell Hill Show with Martin Lawrence and Tommy Davidson, and it's a spinoff from Martin, and so we had real guests for this talk show with Tommy Davidson. But it's a sitcom with a talk show in it. And so one of the shows, Damon Wayans came on, and I was in the back talking to him, and I said, Damon, you still on the road? I'm just talking like this. He was like, no. I'm like, what? He said, I'm tired. He said, I just stay home and I write. He said, that going in and out of hotels. He said, you do the shows. He said, I'm leaving that for the young comics.
Mm-hmm.
And I understood. I absolutely understood what he was talking about.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I'm always shocked at, the rappers and R&B legends that continue to tour. But your partner in crime, I guess I could say, for the Whacked Out Wednesdays is joining us now. He is Buddy Lewis. You know him from Def Comedy Jam, BET's Comic View, and many other spots. Buddy Lewis, good morning.
Good morning. How are you? I'm trying to get my radio voice on early.
How's he doing, Kym? Does that sound radio-like to you?
It's horrible. But, Dominique, you're going to laugh. I am so lost trying to pick up Buddy. I'm on my way to pick up Buddy because we have television today.
God.
I am so lost just riding around in the neighborhood.
Oh, no.
And so I'm glad you got him because I'm not able to pick him up. I can't.
Sidebar, do you guys want me to put you on hold and then I can just talk for a while you figure out where you're going and then we come back and continue the interview?
It's hilarious. I got it. Buddy, I got it. I was giving it. I mean, what? But the thing's in the GPS like I told you. Listen, you got a weird address, Buddy Lewis. You know, if you didn't live so deep in a weird place. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's where they let the criminals live. I'm sorry. My bad.
Yep. Reformed.
The reformed, the ones in the witness protection program.
Exactly. They let snitches live in my neighborhood. I will tell on you.
Oh, man. We were just talking about how you guys are bringing back this Whacked Out Wednesday, and it's starting tomorrow. And, you know, I was telling Kim, I know that people have been bugging you for years for this. And so why now? Why now for you?
I think there aren't many clubs in L.A. where people of urban flavor can go and just get up, you know, and go have some stage time. So a lot of the other clubs have since closed. The J Spot, the Comedy Union, they're gone. And so we need to bring some of that flavor back, and we're bringing it back into the Valley where we started, and we're gonna have nights with some flavor, and I think that needs to be done, and it needs to come back because there are a lot of comics out here that need a place to work.
So you guys are sort of the original griots of this, you know, Whacked Out Wednesday. And we were just talking about how... Oh, go ahead, Kim.
Oh, no.
I thought you were jumping in. Okay, so what I'm saying is you guys have been, you know, the originators of this, and it was known for having a lot of different, you know, people sort of break into the business. I know that this coming Wednesday you've got Alex Thomas and Ross Watkins, Cameron Torrey, Lester Berry, and others. So and Kim was saying this is pros only, no open mic. So will we have more of the veterans, or will you guys be trying to let new comics break in? Buddy, how do you see that?
I see it sort of as a combination of both. Ross Watkins is a newer comic, and Lynn Kohler is a newer comic, but Lester, Alex, those guys have been in the game for years, and so what you get is a great mix of the young and the old, so to speak, the new and the veterans, and you mix it up a little bit, but it's those guys that are new, I feel are very professional, and they're the kind of people that can get on stage and carry a crowd. They're also working on their material as well. So it's a spot for comics who are veterans, who are in the game, to just come and play and don't feel like, oh my gosh, this is a show where I gotta, you know, people are, you know, paid $150 to sit in the front row to see me. No, man, you can come out here and you can work. You know, you can come out here and get some work on, because we shout stuff from the audience and people get engaged. Me and Kim are, you know, we're farting around with the audience and everything. Kim literally passes gas.
Oh,
and
wow.
So, but for the most part, we are just having a good time.
Well, I'm marveling.
A lot of improv.
Yeah. Okay. That's always good. I'm marveling because I do see people like you, Kym Whitley, and you, Buddy Lewis, who I interviewed when I first got on the mic in L.A. A while ago, a few minutes ago, and then people that I have yet to see. So that's kind of a good combo, because fans of people like Kym Whitley and Alex Thomas and Buddy Lewis, you know you're going to get something, a known quantity, somebody that you can count on, and then you get a chance to see some of the new folks too.
And our first show, we had Tiffany Haddish, we had Chris Spencer, so we've had people. You know, this will actually be our third Wednesday, and so we've had real professional, real talented people come. Royale Watkins was there last week, so I can just keep going on and on and on. And next month we got Mike Estime. We got a few people coming through. From Mike Hill said he's going to pop through. So we got a lot of talented people that are going to come through, and you're going to be able to enjoy yourself in the room. You're going to enjoy yourself. You're going to come out and have a good time. And you never know who's going to show up. Because back in the day,
right.
Kym will tell you, we had a lot of celebrity, not just talented people on stage, but people who were just in the business that would come through to enjoy themselves because they knew the show was going to be great. And I'm talking Eddie Murphy, Jimmy Fox, Kym brought Farrah Fawcett in there.
I did bring Farrah Fawcett in there. That's hilarious.
Well, one thing I know about comedy, I say I have comedy karma. I always end up working with comics, interviewing comics, and it's one of the favorite things about my life. But one thing I know about y'all, you do run in, in like packs. Once the energy starts and a room is hot, people do drop in and they do show up, and it's that's part of the fun.
Yes, and Kym is related to everybody. Michael Jai White is her cousin. Jack A is her twin.
Stop. Why is this single? Sorry.
Are you still lost, Kym?
And you know what?
She's still lost.
I am still lost. I'm trying. This is ridiculous.
God.
Buddy lives in such a weird area that I never know.
I live on a corner. And so I have like my front gate is on one corner, and I live on another. But I gave Kym both addresses, and I told her the one to put that would put her right in front of my gate. But she's done something.
Well, maybe go to the nearest Pete's Coffee and just Uber over to her. That might work better.
You know what it is, Dominique. Dominique, let me explain it to you.
Yes.
Let me explain things to you. The problem is this. Buddy does not do media or radio or television enough to know that if I use my GPS, Buddy, you're going to be able to hear it on the radio. You will be able to hear the GPS.
Yeah. And then we'll all know which corners those gates be on, Buddy Lewis. You might.
Right.
But the line will be at your house instead of at the Ha Ha Comedy Club.
Dominique, and we also know that you can turn that silent to silent and just look at the screen while you're driving. See, but people who don't drive often, sometimes need extra help. They need that voice going, and make a left 2 blocks. I don't
you see this?
That.
Oh, look. Oh, there is Buddy. Now, how are we going to do the interview if you're on your phone and I'm on my phone? You stay outside the car. I'm not letting you off. Oh, no, I'll lock the door. You're not getting in. You can't get on the Look, he's mad. He's mad. Won't let him in, Dominique. You know who told me to tell you hello, Dominique?
Who? Did he just hang up? He just hung up on us. Who told you? Yeah, who told you to say hello?
Be quiet. The producer says we be on speaker, Buddy.
Who said to say hello?
Dawn Lewis said to tell
Oh,
you
my
hello.
girl. Okay, well, tell her I said hello back. Well, they're loving you. In the YouTube chat, they are laughing along with us. E.C. Courtney says, love you, Kym. You're always on my timeline with the jokes. Buddy Lewis, we understand being lost and whacked out Wednesday. We need a good laugh. That's what Molly Bell says. So the people are definitely feeling you. How do we get tickets? How do we make sure we get in? I know you don't allow anybody under 18, so it's going to be grown and wild.
Grown and wild. First of all, Dominique, I had to pull over because Buddy, he can't fit a normal seatbelt, so it kept going beep, beep, beep. I had to get him the extension. Do you need the seatbelt extension, Buddy?
At least I don't need a booster seat. That's because most little broken babies sit in this car.
Tell the people how they get tickets, Buddy. Tomorrow is a show. Tomorrow, we have to say tomorrow is our third show that we've had on the first Wednesday of every month at the at 4112, I believe, Lancashire. 4712 Lancashire. But how do they get tickets, buddy?
You can go to hahacafe.com and order tickets. And we're going to get the tickets up on Eventbrite soon. But right now, just go to at hahacafe.com and pick up your tickets.
And what about?
And there's some still available.
Okay, and you know your people will like to walk up. Is that also possible?
That is exactly what we expect most of Kim's friends to do, to walk up and just show up. But we will have seats available. And they got good food. Drinks are reasonably priced. So come on in there, man. Come on in there and have some fun. Don't miss this because it's going to take another month for you to come back.
Dominique said we're trying to get lightning in a bottle.
Straight thunderstorm with lightning. Thor's hammer lightning.
And Kym, congratulations on your Varnell Hill show on Paramount Plus. That's September 1st it premieres, and I will be definitely watching that. I'm going to definitely get my butt out to the Kaha Comedy Club, Whacked Out Wednesdays, first Wednesday of every month. Thank you so much for putting a smile on our face this morning in what's been already a pretty tough week.
Oh, yes, it has. Thank you. We appreciate the work that you do, and thank you for staying in the game.
Yes, Dominique, we love you. Thank you, because you used to bring me on the radio all the time back in the day. So I was one of the little go-to. We need to have funny in the morning, but serious conversations.
Don't listen to him. He's trying to get a job again.
Well, you're always invited. You're both always invited, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, sweetie. Have a good day.
Phone lines are wide open. You're listening to KBLA Talk 1580.
More of First Things First with Dominique DePrima when we come forward.
I'm Mike Island with BIN News Now. The Spokane, Washington wildfires have forced over 60,000 people from their homes. While no casualties have been reported yet, the fires are moving fast into residential neighborhoods where they pose a new, unprecedented risk. Severe thunderstorms are expected to return to parts of the northern plains. Eastern North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota are facing the greatest risk this week. Forecasters say the strongest storms could bring large hail, damaging wind gusts, and some chance of isolated tornadoes. Voters head to the polls today for another big primary election day in the U.S. Ballots are being cast in Michigan, Missouri, Kansas, Virginia, and Washington state. Michigan's Democrat U.S. race is the star attraction, pitting progressive Abdul El Sayed against establishment-backed Congresswoman Haley Stevens. Get BIN News now, on demand, 24/7 on the free iHeartRadio app.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The Dodgers are still having some issues. They lost their fourth straight. The Chicago Cubs put a 10-5 beatdown on the Dodgers Monday night in Chicago. Dodgers pitcher Justin Robleski gave up 4 home runs in just 4 1/3 innings. Since the Dodgers made their White House visit on July 23rd to hang out with Trump, they are 4-6 and no longer have the best record in Major League Baseball. I'll let you draw your own conclusions if there's a connection, but something is not right with the Dodgers over the past 2 weeks. The Rams are off today. First day off for the team since they opened training camp on July 25th. The Rams are back to work Wednesday at Loyola Marymount. The Chargers will practice today and Wednesday on the University of San Diego campus. It's a chance for the Chargers to reconnect with their original fan base in San Diego. The Chargers return to El Segundo on Thursday. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
Thanks for waking up with Dominique DePrima on KBLA Talk 1580.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft.
Oh, no.
That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If we find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes to your financial accounts, we alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that could make all the difference. Save up to 30% with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. 10 Toes In serves as a mentorship and domestic violence prevention program. They support, educate, and empower couples during and after incarceration. They assist male returning citizens to re-enter society successfully and to help them maintain a healthy relationship with their romantic partner. They offer a mentorship support group for formerly incarcerated men. 10 Toes In teaches its Intimate Relationships 101 curriculum at male prisons throughout the state of California. They host sister support group meetings for women who are intimately involved with incarcerated and formerly incarcerated men. 10 Toes In is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. To access their services or make a donation, please visit them online at 10toesin.org or find them on Facebook or Instagram. They are healing lives through relationships. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Fridays just got better. What's up? I'm Amanda Seals, and this is your invitation to come and sit with me. Yes, get seated as I do my thing on KBLA Talk 1580. We're talking noon to 2 p.m., then back again 4 to 6 p.m. Same day, same station. Bring your opinions, because you know I'm going to have mine. Bring your questions, because you know I got answers. And bring yourself, because, baby, we want you to be authentic at all times. Fridays on KBLA Talk 1580. I'll be waiting. Join me.
Thanks for waking up with Dominique DePrima on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yes, indeed. I meant to tell you that if you're trying to go and see Buddy Lewis, Kym Whitley, and all them folks, that they have Alex Thomas, Clayton Thomas, Ross Watkins, Cameron Torrey, Lester Berry, Lynn Collar, they're all happening at 7:30. That's when the doors open. 7:30 at the HaHa Comedy Club, hahacomedyclub.com. So, we start off with the palate refresher today because I was really quite keeled over by the news that the appeal for Dr. Mark Ridley Thomas had been denied, that he was going to be, that conviction would stand. Let me put it that way. I was very surprised because, for one thing, it took so long for that decision to come back that it kind of gave hope. Usually when, a panel of judges takes 100 years to do something, it means that they have found something worth considering, something to give some serious thought to. But that turned out not to be the case. And the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals upheld that verdict And I found that really, it was a terrible case to begin with. He was, the way the Courthouse News Service puts it, found guilty of soliciting favors from USC in exchange for his support, helping the university win county contracts. One of the reasons, and I've said it so many times, you're probably sick of hearing it, one of the reasons why I find it to be bull is because Mark Ridley Thomas, Dr. Mark Ridley Thomas, attended USC. It's in his district. He would have supported those contracts anyway. He has always done everything he can to support all of the institutional operations within his districts as a council member, as a supervisor. The bad news is, more bad news here, is that the appeal was rejected unanimously. So that means that even though the Court of Appeals, I don't know, they have 20-something judges there. The Ninth Circuit panel of 3 judges is who looked at this appeal and decided to uphold the original conviction. So Dr. Ridley Thomas could appeal to the whole court. In other words, his lawyers could ask that all of the judges on that panel consider the case. But it's a bit of a long shot since it was a unanimous decision. And then the other thing is he could try to take it to the Supreme Court, which is highly unlikely. And the last thing would be a pardon from the President of the United States, which is, Donald Trump. And while he has enthusiastically pardoned the former drug kingpin president of Honduras, along with a number of rap artists, it seems unlikely, although you never know. I mean, Dr. Mark Ridley Thomas has helped a lot of people in a lot of different areas, geographically, Republicans, Democrats. He is admired by many. If there was ever a person that would deserve a pardon, it would be Dr. Ridley Thomas. When you look at just the work that he's done, the number of people he's helped, the things that he has been able to accomplish for our community, including the revival of Martin Luther King Jr. Medical Center, which it's so terrible to me that at the same moment that Martin Luther King Hospital is fighting for its life, Dr. Ridley Thomas's appeal has been rejected. I don't know. I'll look for more guidance on this, possibly from his attorneys or legal minds that are smarter than mine. Would it help to write to the president? I think most of us who would be advocating for his appeal would probably do more harm than good. Like, I'm pretty sure the president doesn't care what Dominique DePrima thinks he should do or who he should pardon. However, that's probably the most likely recourse for Dr. Ridley Thomas at this point, would be a presidential pardon. 800-920-1580. I'm giving caller amnesty if you want to weigh in, even if you've already spoken this week, just because I know that people, revere this family. Some don't, but it's, you may feel a way about that, and we want to be here for you if you do. 800-920-1580, 800-920-1580. Jacqueline Anderson says she's sending prayers to MRT and his family. Of course, his beautiful wife, Avis Ridley Thomas, and his twin sons are staples in this community. And I hope that we, no matter what happens, we will stand with them, whatever that looks like. Dr. Ridley Thomas now sentenced to 3.5 years in prison. My understanding is that he is meant to turn himself in sometime within the next 2 months. I'm not sure of the exact scenario in that, and that it would be unlikely that he would serve the full 3 years. Nevertheless, again, for someone who has given so much in service to this community, has worked in so many different arenas, and is really at retirement age, unless you're President of the United States or Mitch McConnell and you get to work until the wheels fall off. But he's definitely of retirement age, and so I think two things. If you feel like you are the type of individual where a letter to the president or a phone call to the White House would help, like if your name is Little Wayne, you could give the resident a call. And the other thing is prayer. We know prayer works. This is being called a bribery charge, and he didn't enrich himself. Usually bribery means that I give you something to do something for me. And most of the time, every time I've ever heard of in life, when an elected official is accused of bribery, it's because they took money. I remember Representative, I think his name was Representative Jefferson, who had all the cash, literally cold cash in the freezer. It's usually somebody giving you money. In this case, Dr. Ridley Thomas gave money to USC. And it was his own money to give, and it was legal for him to give it. So this is why it seems so suspicious to me. It was legal for him to give that money to USC. The only reason they're saying it was bribery is because USC sent that money to United Ways, which was a nonprofit that was where his son worked, and so they're saying that indirectly benefited his son. But if it was his money, he could have just given it directly to his son. Yeah, some people might have complained about it, but he could have. So if it was his money to give, and it was legal for him to give it to the university, they really strained credulity here in order to be able to convict this man. So that's where we are. Of course, he was on the LA County Board of Supervisors at the time that this happened, but he was serving on the LA City Council when the feds brought the case. And so his term on the LA City Council was interrupted. His pay was suspended. And the other thing that I just think I do think it amounts to cruel and unusual punishment is the fact that they took so long. The appeal was in November of 2024. Here we are, August of 2026, so almost 2 full years for these judges to consider. Imagine you're under a conviction and you have to live every day for 2 years wondering if the feds are coming for you that day. What happened to speedy trial and all that? So yeah, prayers to the Ridley Thomas family. I do think that it's important that we also talk about the many accomplishments and contributions that they have made to this community and beyond, and not to forget about this family. I think it's been really beautiful the way that LA's Black community has stood with them. Certainly, Dr. Ridley Thomas has been a friend of this radio station, but I've known him long before that. When I did the front page, when I did street science, he was on every radio show, just about. And I will, for one, will not be forgetting his contributions to this community, to this state. His lawyers say, this is Alyssa Bell, one of his attorneys, says, while we are disappointed in today's opinion, we are evaluating all options for en banc review. And the U.S. Attorney's Office is not commenting. You're welcome in, as I said, 800-920-1580. I'm Dominique DePrima for KBLA Talk 1580.
The station you turn to when you've had it up to here with cultural incompetence. KBLA Talk 1580.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft.
Oh, no.
That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If we find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes to your financial accounts, we alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that could make all the difference. Save up to 30% with promo code NEWS at lifelock.com. Terms apply.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Michael's Daughter Foundation is dedicated to inspiring youth and resilience through storytelling, arts, filmmaking, and enrichment programs for youth and families in under-resourced communities and system-impacted individuals. The Michael's Daughter Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit providing free and low-cost arts programs to youth and families from under-resourced communities, both system-impacted youth and those affected by the incarceration of a loved one. 1 in 43 children in America have a parent incarcerated. 70% of those children are expected to end up in prison. Through filmmaking, animation, theater, and writing, they help young people express themselves, build confidence, and imagine new possibilities. Beyond the arts, they offer financial literacy workshops, emergency support, and scholarships. Because thriving takes more than talent, it takes access. To learn more about the impact of Michael Daughters Foundation and how you can be a part of the movement, please visit their website, michaelsdaughterfoundation.com. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Just in case you missed our Procrastination Crenshaw Town Hall.
Been dealing with the lies of Crenshaw Destination. I live on this street. I remember the first day I came and there was no parking. And they said it'd be 6 months just to fix the wall. They started putting the big boulders down. And my life has changed ever since then. My kids haven't had graduation parties. They haven't had birthdays. My car's been in the shop multiple times. All my tires have been replaced multiple times, each one. I spent $1,000 on my front lawn for the 6 months. Keep replacing sprinkler. Now it's just dirt. You know, it's frustrating because I'm not a politician, but I know politics. You know, and I know the Smiley said the councilman, but I want to go above that. Karen, you want my vote? Make things happen. Talk is cheap. We can play these games. Period. Because you can't fix it, somebody will.
Not letting them get away with anything. We're KBLA Talk 1580.
Heard any other talk radio lately that sounds anything like this? We didn't think so. You're listening to Unapologetically Progressive KBLA Talk 1580.
Right. So imagine this career. Dr. Mark Ridley Thomas graduates from Manual Arts High School in Los Angeles and went on to get a bachelor's in social relations and a master's degree in religious studies from Immaculate Heart College. He got his PhD in social ethics and policy analysis from USC. Was a teacher for a little while, and then led the Southern California Christian Leadership Conference of Greater Los Angeles for 10 years, from 1981 to 1991. He was, as I mentioned, he was chairman of the Assembly Democratic Caucus. He was an assembly member for the 48th District from 2002 until 2006. He was a state senator from 2006 to 2008. Was the council member from the 8th District from 1991 to 2002, and in the 10th District in 2020 until 2022. That is an incredibly distinguished career. I feel like it doesn't tell the whole story, though. He created the Empowerment Congress. He started that in the 8th District, and that is now part of our city government. It is a part of the LA city government that allows people in different communities to directly interact with their lawmakers. And one of the things, if you look at all the, brouhaha around changing our city charter, one of the things we were talking about is making those city council districts smaller so they could be more responsive, right? By adding more city council members. That didn't happen. Maybe it'll happen later, not happening now. But because it didn't happen, and because these are so huge, this is one of the reasons why these Empowerment Congress, the Empowerment Congress and all that it spawned is so important to this city. He founded the African American Voter Registration, Education, and Participation Project back in 2002 to try to register black voters and urban voters in California. And these are just two examples of the kinds of things that this man has done that left a mark on the city in the positive, that helped so many people to have more access to government, to learn about community organizing, and to have better communities. If you remember when, if you don't remember, maybe you're too young, that's fine. In the 90s, I was in the Bay Area. This is early. After the LA Rebellion, there was a movement to get liquor stores out of our community. They used to be on every single corner. And the Community Coalition, founded by Karen Bass, along with Dr. Ridley Thomas, pushed to convert some of those businesses to other things we needed, like laundromats, actual food stores. And he was successful in that effort. These are the kinds of things that that really, I think we should remember Dr. Ridley Thomas for. Not that he's gone, but I think that when we see this, especially with black people, and particularly with black electeds, that when something happens, it's true in media too. Black folks don't tend to get a second chance. We tend to bury all of their accomplishments. And, I think that's one of the reasons why we have a KBLA. We're here to make sure that doesn't happen. If you're a not black politician, you can be actually convicted of a sexual crime, pay the woman out $5.3 million, and still keep your job, and still keep grifting. And I'm not saying that's good, but what we're talking about here is barely, it just doesn't pass muster to me. He didn't enrich himself. He didn't take money. There's no impropriety as far as, abridging someone else's rights, of violence, assault, of any hint of anything sexual or problematic in any way. What they're saying is that he gave money to USC, and then USC gave the money to his son's charitable or nonprofit organization. Can you imagine? I mean, the people sitting in Congress, the people sitting in state houses, in municipalities across the country that have do not have melanated complexions, they carry on. And I know that, many of us, we've talked about this before on the show, that here in LA, it does feel like they like to target black electeds. And it's not just a feeling. I mean, I've watched this since I came here in the 90s, particularly the press, particularly the LA Times, but others as well, like to take down black electeds. And so I think the responsibility on us then is to really read between the headlines, do our due diligence, and make sure we're not just going with the talking point as presented in local media, as presented in the press, because when it comes to black electeds, black media, the reporting is just not held to the same standard. 800-920-1580 if you got something to say. This is the place to call. We've got news, traffic, and sports, and then wide open phones on KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Mike Island with BIN News Now. The Spokane, Washington wildfires have forced over 60,000 people from their homes. While no casualties have been reported yet, the fires are moving fast into residential neighborhoods where they pose a new, unprecedented risk. Severe thunderstorms are expected to return to parts of the northern plains. Eastern North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota are facing the greatest risk this week. Forecasters say the strongest storms could bring large hail, damaging wind gusts, and some chance of isolated tornadoes. Voters head to the polls today for another big primary election day in the U.S. Ballots are being cast in Michigan, Missouri, Kansas, Virginia, and Washington state. Michigan's Democrat U.S. race is the star attraction, pitting progressive Abdul El Sayed against establishment-backed Congresswoman Haley Stevens. Get BIN News now, on demand, 24/7 on the free iHeartRadio app.
Recall 67A mobile appointments are now available in your area. We come to you, quick, easy, and under an hour. Complete the recall to get $500, plus a warranty worth thousands. Schedule today at CummonsRecall.com.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The Dodgers are still having some issues. They lost their fourth straight. The Chicago Cubs put a 10-5 beatdown on the Dodgers Monday night in Chicago. Dodgers pitcher